Hey viewers, before we dive into this story, I want you to know something very important. This story is for educational purposes. It's a reminder that we must be extremely careful about who we trust and who we assist financially. Life sometimes teaches us the hardest lessons through people we think are close to us. If someone asks for help and you can only manage a small amount, it's okay to say no to bigger amounts. Helping blindly, without knowing the person fully, can sometimes lead to serious consequences, even danger to your life. Also, make sure you subscribe to my channel. It's completely free. I bring you real-life stories that are eye-opening, sometimes dark, but always educational. If you're not following me, you're missing out on experiences and secrets from around the world that most people never talk about, stories that could teach you lessons before it's too late. Now, let me tell you about Aunty Mary, a woman whose heart was bigger than most could ever imagine. She was the kind of person who could light up a room with her generosity. Every year, no matter how little she had, she would make sure every child in the extended family had new clothes, gifts, and even luxury items. She paid school fees, bought food, and ensured that no child ever felt left out during family gatherings. Aunty Mary was the sweetest aunt anyone could dream of. She had a heart that refused to say no. She never joked with matters involving children, and even when she had little, she would always give her best. Her kindness and generosity were legendary, but tragically, they also made her vulnerable to betrayal. Her best friends, and her husband Sam, came to her for help. Their business was failing, and they pleaded with Mary for financial support. Knowing she couldn't refuse, Mary loaned them $5 million, her hard-earned savings. This was not just money. It was meant for her nieces and nephews, for celebrations at the grandparents' house, for joy, laughter, and love. But greed and envy have a way of twisting hearts, and Mary's generosity became a target. As Valentine's Day approached, Mary, unaware of the danger looming over her, went to and Sam to ask for repayment, as she hadn't yet received her salary. What happened next was unthinkable. And Sam, the people she trusted most, poisoned her, extinguishing a life that had only ever given to others. The shockwaves of Mary's disappearance rippled through the family. Days passed, hearts grew heavy, and anxiety turned into fear. Where could she be? What had happened to the woman who had given so much, who had loved so fully? Detectives began tracing her steps. Her phone, linked to Gmail and WhatsApp, became a window into her last moments. Through her messages and traces on her laptop, the investigation revealed the horrifying truth. And then, a sight no one could forget, a lifeless body in a drainage, the once vibrant Aunty Mary now gone, a heartbreaking and haunting reminder of how fragile life can be when trust is misplaced. And Sam were apprehended and sentenced for their crime, but the story took an even more unexpected turn. The grandparents of Mary's family, her late parents, stepped in. They asked the lawyer to step down the case, requesting that and Sam be forgiven, leaving justice in God's hands. Imagine the weight of that decision, a family torn between grief, heartbreak, and faith, watching the people who destroyed their beloved Mary walk free under divine mercy. This story is not just tragic, it is a lesson for all of us. It teaches us to know who we trust, to be cautious with money, and to never give beyond our means. Generosity is beautiful, but blind generosity, without boundaries, can sometimes have deadly consequences. Think about it. Mary gave from her heart, believing that kindness would always return in kind. But the world can be cruel, and not everyone values the love and trust you give. This story reminds us to look deeper, ask questions, and protect ourselves and our families. I want you to remember, viewers, that helping others is noble, but helping blindly, especially with money, can put your life and the lives of those you care about in danger. Always make sure the person you assist is trustworthy and never give more than you can afford to lose. I promise you, I will be back with more real-life dark stories that people never talk about, stories that will make you question the world around you, stories that will keep you alert and awake to the hidden dangers in everyday life. So stay wise, stay alert, and treasure the people who genuinely care about you. And don't forget, If you're not subscribed, you're missing out on stories that could educate, protect, and even save you. I'll catch you in the next story. Until then, stay safe, stay smart, and bye for now.
She had a heart so big, it shone like the sun. Every child in the family, she cared for everyone. No gift too small, no love she wouldn't show. Even when she had little, she gave all she could know. Her best friends came knocking with hands out for aid. She gave from her heart, she wasn't afraid. 5 million she trusted to help them survive, but greed hid in shadows and took her life. Oh, Aunty Mary, the heart that gave too much, betrayed by the one she trusted, lost her gentle touch. Learn from her story, be careful who you trust. Blind generosity. She had a heart so big, it shone like the sun. Every child in the family, she cared for everyone.